It's Wednesday. Whew, I'm very tired today. I had to get up early for work, but then the reason for me to get up early ended up being cancelled. So then I had to go to work at the regular time anyway, but I was already awake. Did not get a lot of sleep last night. That sucks. It's going to be next week now, I think, instead. So that's some event thing we've got happening. But because it rained, we didn't do it. Oh wee. How are you, Matt? Hello, Jason. I don't know what I was about to say. Rento Interrositor? I don't know. Retro Interrositor, how are you? We're back on with the NHLPA 1993. We're in the semi-finals. I could have done this, but it was just I wanted to be sensible and go to bed, but I should have just stayed up for all we got done. The work week starts for you. How long is your work week? I'm 2 days into mine. I'm ready for another weekend. Honestly, people that say like, oh, if I win the lottery, I would still work to keep myself real. Like, I can keep myself really, really real by not going to work, I'll tell you that. I had shit sleep, me too. I just kept dreaming. You know when you gotta get up early and you just dream about like missing it through the weekend. See, I work Tuesdays, Fridays, and sometimes I cover when I get offered the chance. You stayed up longer after your last stream. Oh, yeah, wait. Did I read into you last night, or was it the night before? You went late then. If I didn't have work though, I would be streaming late night every night. That would, you know, like when I'm doing my marathons almost, but with I'd be ending the stream. But I would quite comfortably be streaming from about now for another like 6 hours or something, and then go to sleep. But alas, I have to work, so I have to pay bills. Can't play video games all the time. Let's start this, shall we? We're near the end of it, I believe. And if we finish this, I guess we can just hop into 94. I haven't had a chance to really read the manual, but I might just do what we did yesterday, where I'll just quickly gloss over it, because I don't think it's that different, is it? And I'm also thinking of playing Rise of the Robots again, because I was actually reading online today a little guide that would help me beat the solo mode, because it's a rigged game pretty much. Bills are a scam, Quiggy. They're a scam. How are you? My bills they just go up like everybody's, I guess. But yeah, my bills go up. I would like to make an announcement though. Today's the first day, probably in about 6 months, where I'm not wearing shorts. It has got fucking freezing overnight. This is Japan for you, and it's 4 seasons. Summer has just suddenly gone poof, and we're kind of like we're in autumn, and it'll last probably about 3-4 weeks, and then it'll be freezing. But yeah, I put jeans on for the first time 2 days ago, and now I'm already like, ooh, I need a cardigan. Indoors, the sun fell off a cliff. It did. But yeah, we are Chicago. I walked home from work again today, save a bit of cash. It was chilly. It was chilly. I've hurt my leg though. You know, I said I went for a jog the other weekend. I've proper pulled it. Why are we being pulled back to this menu? Continue, please. I think walking didn't help. Fall's your favourite season? Mine too. Spring sucks because I get allergies. Why aren't we going? Okay, we're going. Can I get some sleeping on your side? Be there for a few months soon. Oh, really? Until when? Like, over Christmas? Summer's mostly nice. 20C for the most part, which is great. Woo! Great. No, summer's here are nasty. They're like over 30 degrees. Literally from about I'd say from about the end of May, roughly, probably June until about a week ago, it's pushing 30 or over 30 every day. It's exhausting. Hey Ludo, you're going over Christmas? That's an odd choice. And New Year? Except 6 months. Well, that's the tourist visa, isn't it? How are you? I won't be here for some of that. I'm going back to the UK soon. Don't care for Christmas. I love it. Christmas is my favourite time of year. Digital nomad visa. I don't even know what that is. I don't have a job that would let me do anything like that though. How am I? Bit chilly. Where are we at? Oh, I saw your clip, by the way. Clipping my own goal. Can you get me a job being a nomad? I was looking for 2. Not generally so homesick. 2 months in Kyoto. Hang on, this trip just got like much longer. Nothing happened. There was no clip. Yeah. Kyoto, you say? See how homesick you feel? I don't really remember homesickness, but I have a different experience. I mean, I get homesick sometimes, but not in that kind of way. I mean, homesick isn't really... It's more culture shock, I would think. I don't really... I remember I had culture shock once, but my background was from a university point of view, and I felt exhausted. I got mental burnout with like language. I got sick of looking at it, sick of studying it, sick of hearing it. After about, I don't know, a fair few months. And it was only like really one day in particular. I just remember standing on my balcony in my student dorm and just feeling like my brain was just frazzled. And I was having to do some studying because I had like a test or something at the university, and I was just getting a headache and just like, oh, I'm so sick of like the lack of English language around me. It was annoying me. But that's in a studying capacity, because I mean, it's very easy to live in an English bubble. I was having to push myself, and I remember being on my balcony and looking across at the shop. Oh, I've got an itch in my eye now. Looking across at the shop, and there was like a little sign, and I'm just like, oh. But I mean, it's only really one night that I really remember that, because I was too excited and having a good time for things like that. I'll tell you what I did get though was reverse culture shock when I went back, which is a real thing. It sounds really silly, but I'd say reverse culture shock's probably bigger than culture shock for me. But it depends, because I was probably a bit more prepared coming here. So, and then when I moved back out here, I'd already lived here for a year, so I kind of didn't really. I don't remember having culture shock the second time around, because I was sort of longing to be back. But reverse culture shock is a funny one, because I get it all the time now when I go back to the UK, because I haven't lived in the UK for 15 years. The UK has changed so much. I glance at it once a year for a couple of weeks and that's it, but I don't participate in UK life. And I've changed as a person. My personality has shifted. Just the way I carry myself, I think, and keep to myself and stuff. And I find situations in the UK, like if there's a confrontational situation, if I was in the UK, I would feel very, very uneasy and unsure what to do, because it's almost like I've lost my UK streetwise because I've not lived there for so long. If that makes sense. Like, I remember being back and it's just like, you know, I'm not used to people just saying shit to you in the street for no reason, because that so rarely happens here, and if it does, it's usually in a very sort of weird way. But like in the UK, you know, like I remember once I was back one Christmas and I had like a side bag thing, which a lot of people have here, and I remember some lads being like, "Oh, look at him with a fucking handbag," and it's literally like fucking Christmas Eve, and I'm like, "Welcome back to the UK." Like in town at like 4 PM with my friends on Christmas Eve, and these guys just start giving me a load of shit for existing. Like, happy fucking Christmas. But that sort of stuff, I mean, to be honest, that's a one-off really. It's not nothing like that's happened in forever. I'm also getting older. That was in my early 20s, so. But yeah, it was just weird. It wasn't even like a fucking handbag really. It was a man bag, but there we go. But you know, can't have a bag. Fuck no. Carry all your shit in your pockets. Like a real man. So off of stuff like that, it's still not a good. Like people do not mind their own business. Oh, I mean, I love the UK. I think it's when you first leave a country. Also, hey Brentica, sorry I totally ignored your hello there. When you first leave a country and then you go back to said country, and even sometimes now I do it, but you can't help but compare all the time, and you tend to focus on what's lacking rather than what is. But there's a lot of stuff about the UK that I miss very dearly, especially people, like friends and stuff. I miss also just English communication. I miss being able to, if I've got a problem, just picking up the phone and solving it without having to have an anxiety attack about it. You know, you take that for granted. It's not all fun and games living in a foreign country sometimes, because you just, like, you get a letter in the post and it's this huge headache. I mean, you think it is in English, you should try it when it's in another language and you've got to like phone somebody who may not be very patient with you. It's just, or you go into the post office and then you're trying to do, like I did something the other day, I was trying to post something, and it was basically, I was trying to return something actually. I'm going to keep pausing this game because I'm yapping, but I was trying to return an item, and because there'd been a mistake from this seller, and they sent me a prepaid envelope thing, but it's only for things that are 3 centimeters wide or something, and it was like, I don't know, 3.2 centimeters wide. And I took it to the post office and they said that it's too big, but I'm suddenly like in a panic, like, and I don't know what to do now, because I'm like, well, this isn't me sending it, because for a start it's like, just, it's addressed to the person, it's a prepaid thing from him to him, and I'm just posting it. I'm just like, I don't know what to do now. So now I've got to contact this Japanese guy and tell him that this envelope thing doesn't fit, which he's paid money for. And I'm just like, and I'm also worried because I put the tiniest layer of bubble wrap around it just as a courtesy, and I was wondering if I'm panicking that that's made it too big. But do you know what I did in the end? Because you can actually just put it straight into a post box. I just put it in the post box, it fit in the post box, and I sent a photo to the person to say that I'd done so, and they said it was fine. So, and that was the end of that. I've heard nothing of it. But it's those sorts of problems, because if it was like the UK, if it was in the UK or whatever, I'd say stuff like, oh well, I put a bit of bubble wrap around it, is it alright, can I open it and like take that off or whatever, because it's kind of already sealed and buggered. And I'm like, will that damage the envelope, do you have to buy a new one, or what are the rules and stuff? But when it's suddenly in a different language, you get in a fluster and you're just like, oh, okay, sorry, bye. Especially because you're like in a queue and everybody's like all stood there. It's, ugh. Yeah, it's tiresome. And so when I get home to the UK, I've told this story before, I've told it at least twice on stream, but I'll tell it again for different people. But it's like the other Christmas I was back home, and my mum has been getting these letters from the Kidney Foundation, I think it is, because my dad, who passed away, he had kidney problems towards the end of his life, and he was getting, my mum was getting all these letters all the time, and I went home Christmas like 2 years ago, where and she got some letters addressed to him from the kidney whatever, and I'm just like, why are you still getting these? And she's like, because I've not phoned up to stop it. And I'm just thinking like, oh, what a horrible like monthly reminder all the time, like gloom and doom letters. So I just said, I just said, pass me the phone. And she's like, what? And she's like, oh, it's fine, just leave it. I'm like, no, I'll just pick up the phone. It's really easy. I'll just call them and tell them to stop sending letters. It's amazing when you suddenly realise, like, I can speak English. I have the power to just pick up the phone and fix this without, like, any stress. But when I was like a teenager, or even first living in the UK, like in my early 20s, I would have needed like a cup of coffee and a cigarette to make that phone call. But like now, I'm just like, oh, whatever, just get on with it. I don't really care when it's in my own language. And it was really easy. I just phoned them up and I said, we keep getting letters to the house and we'd like to stop. And they asked, is it because of a bereavement? And I said, yeah, that's the reason. So can you make it stop, please? And they're like, no problem. My mum doesn't get letters every month now, but she was probably doing like I would do, you know, procrastinating, putting it off. I used to dread having to phone like student loans or the bank when I was living in the UK. It would be sit down, make a cup of coffee and a cigarette, and then, you know, psych myself up for this phone conversation. It's like the other day I had a load of crap with the bank, and when I was trying to do my plane ticket, I can't remember if I said this on stream, but my UK bank blocked the payment, so I had to like phone them all up. But it's just like, oh, whatever, just like get on the phone, and once I'm talking to somebody I don't really care so much anymore. But here, I'd put that off for like months, I tell you. Can somebody score? I'm not even playing the game, just rambling. Same way, stress phone calls. Because of the communicating in different lands. Wait, your wife's had to communicate in different lands? I'm still not great at it. I would still probably be a bit sheepish. I always put things off. I'm a procrastinator, but you do, once you have to start dealing with this bullshit in a different language, your own language becomes a lot less intimidating for confidence building. I mean, some people just don't care, but I was rubbish at that stuff all my life. It's always been like I'd get my dad to do it or something instead. So I hate it. I'm not as bothered anymore. Maybe it's also getting older. Calling anxiety. I mean, my mum's fine, to be honest. I think this is just I think it was just a weird thing with the stuff surrounding it. No, I guess my mum is a bit weird about. She's not bothered about calling people, but I think just like dealing with things like that, she's a bit weird. My sister will just whatever. My sister's talk to anybody. I'm sheepish though, to push her to do it. It's hard work though. It is really. I get it. The problem for me though is here is it's a lot harder to understand somebody on the phone than it is in person in another language, because you don't have body language to give you clues and stuff, and they can't see your confusion, or they can't, you know, you can sort of tell when you've lost somebody in a conversation when they're physically there, but when they're on the phone it becomes really difficult. And also a lot of phones, I think I always have to use my earphones because sometimes it's hard to hear on the phone and it makes it much more irritating. The older phones used to be terrible, the flip phones. I used to agonise having to make phone calls on them. Yeah, they can't. And also, there's a certain level of anxiety because they're not right in front of you, so they're not also necessarily obliged to do anything. Whereas, like, on the phone, they can just hang up. And it's awful. I've had that happen before. I remember calling a taxi firm once and they hung up on me. And that scarred me for years about calling taxis. I mean, that was when I was a student, really, to be honest. But it put me out, because I always think it's going to go the same way. They'll never understand me and they'll hang up. But I don't know if I've ever called a taxi since, actually. I think I still haven't. I think I just wave them down. So, it's a stress. Hey Cheeseburger, how are you? We're losing. Why don't we just reset? It's awful. It's so fucking rude. I didn't understand something he'd said, and I'd tried my address when he was asking me a question I didn't really understand, and then just beep, beep, beep. It's like, wow. Customer service. So watch it while you do Lego. What Lego? Hey Moomin Mama, so I'm just scrolling because I feel like I've just missed a load of people saying hello, but you really don't like the UK recently? Are you still there? Quickie, I'm calling you out, but I want to know, like, are you actually have you shown any interest in learning the language? Seeing as you're interested in coming over. We're going over from one place, you're earwigging. I mean, it's all Twitch is, isn't it, really? Just listen to somebody talk. I'm sort of made for Twitch and not made for Twitch, really. I don't really know how I do it because I'm incredibly shy. Anybody that knows me in real life, like in the street or whatever, will probably be quite surprised that I do this because I'm very quiet and shy until you get to know me, and then I don't shut the fuck up. And that's, I think, the sort of paradox that makes me both good and bad at Twitch. Because I can just talk to myself, like, about bollocks. I try and presume somebody's there, but I just jammer on. But I mean, I wish I'd started Twitch like 15 years ago, but it probably took me about 10 years to get the bollocks to do it. And now look at me, can't shut up. A bit of the Duolingo. Ooh, people don't like that anymore, do they? I dabbled on Duolingo once, I was doing Russian. Not very well. Don't shut up. Thing is, I always get sore throats though. It's why I could never do a 24-hour stream, because you know, what was we doing the other day? And I was literally oh, bugger off, LA, you're so boring. Outlander. And I was like getting really dozy at the end, and I can't be asked to talk because I'm sleepy. It's boring. So, some people like streams though, don't they, where it's just quiet and whatever, but not me. I like somebody to talk. Mornings with Moon, coffee in hand. I've got my coffee. I drink coffee and literally all the way to the pillow. These two touristisms. Did you watch any of my videos when I did my marathon, Quiggy? I was playing some educational language videos while I was asleep. Can we just take a moment to appreciate this song? It always catches me off guard how good it is. This is the ending to World of Illusion, and I'm talking all over it. Isn't that lovely? Bloody ads! I read that in the corner of my eye and I was wondering what you'd written then, but... I'm very sorry, Quiggy. Thank you for the sub, though. I said loads of lovely things about you about 30 seconds ago. It's a shame you didn't hear. Ain't that right, Ludo? All the nice things I just said about Quiggy. Thank you, G. How are you? I was thinking it. What is going on? What? I've lost my mojo with the hockey. You seem to always miss the nice things. Well, Can't repeat them. They were one time only, and don't check the VOD. On except offsides. No, we'll have on. So curious habit. Just making some coffee. Welcome to the coffee club. We've all got coffee here. Did we ever have an answer to the Lego question? Did I miss it? No, we don't know. The going merry from One Piece. Does that mean just improvising? How do I take my coffee in a cup? You asked me before, I think. And the answer is strong and milky. How do you take yours? By IV drip. The first pirate ship they had. I swear to God. Do 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 do. Grab that puck. Iced with a dash of honey. It's a bit fancy for me. I'm a basic bitch. I'm a spoon and a quarter of Nescafé, or a heaped spoon, and then a little bit. Nescafé Gold, or the other one, whichever it is. The black label, is it? The brown label? Whichever is on offer. And water to change the colour. And that's it, no sugar. Don't ruin my coffee. And that's it, that's all I ever have. And at work I drink cheap brand coffee that's cheaper than Nescafé. You like Keurig? Isn't that American? I don't think I've ever had that. I do like Nescafé. Oh! Robbie Tail. It's not going well tonight. Sometimes you do straight black. I don't like black coffee much. I'll drink it if like there's no other choice, but I'd rather not. Just even a dash of milk makes the difference. It's not that I think it's gross per se, but I find it not very refreshing. No, I love milk in the coffee. I used to have sugar. Does anybody have sugar in their coffee? Because let me put this to you. Are you ready to have it put to you? Stop putting sugar in your coffee. Just don't buy any more sugar, and just for a couple of weeks have your coffee without sugar, and you will never want it again. Take yours black every time. Your creamer has enough sugar. You don't need sugar in your coffee. You don't need it. You think you do, but you don't. If you start, I'll tell you how I stopped putting sugar in my. Oh, I thought we'd changed place. I simply just ran out of sugar once and didn't buy any, and so I went a couple of days without sugar and then was like, you know what, actually I don't even need this sugar. This is wasting money. Why are they kicking my ass? Why do I have to also reset the options every single time? It's not very convenient. Hello, breakfast. How was Sylvester and Tweety today? I gather you enjoyed it by what I read. Or maybe I was lurking and heard it. What the hell? Oh, it's me. No, it's not. Is it me? Wait, who? I'm very confused. Did I just do an own goal? I'm like, where's my goalkeeper? Oh, it is an own goal. Ah. Or they did it? I don't know what was going on there.
What a great toss.
It was not a great toss. It was utter toss. Fucking hell, like what has happened to the video game? Did I break it and it suddenly went into difficulty mode? Was that a delayed penalty? I don't know. Hello Alex Kidd, how are you? Due to delayed penalty, do you mean where they don't call it because they scored? Which way are we going? Right, let's focus. Oh. Wow. Roughing me. That's because your team, the penalty is only called and the plays start once you gain possession of the puck. During this time, the other team pulls their goalie to get an extra attacker. Does it matter that they have no goalie since the play is stopped once you get the puck? That's devious. That's the kind of shenanigans I'll never be doing. I haven't even got line changes on though. So I wonder whether it's true right now. Who's offside? Oh. Wait. Who is offside? Oh, for God's sake. Is it because he went over that? No. I've forgotten the offside rule. Is it you can't pass to somebody over the line? Or is it because... Oh, was he too late to get the... Oh, he was too late to get the puck. Fuck's sake. Is that why? Because that guy was already over the line when he made contact with it? That's stupid. Why doesn't he stay up there? The puck must cross first. Oh, so you can't pass into it? Okay. That's what it is. So I could turn it off, but I feel like that's a really important rule from like a tactical point of view. I think if you turn offside off, it's just arcade, isn't it? Unlike, I don't mind so much with the other sports, maybe. I tend to just leave them off because they're not so severe, but with ice hockey it feels like it's a real key part of how you play the game. It's lame, yeah. It's a tactical thing, isn't it, that you can't go in. Wait, where are we going? And why is he over the line? Nobody's there? Okay, I'm trying to presume he went back. Where's the puck gone? Who's offside? Oh. They always have a lot of defense. Computer's offside. Okay. Back over the line and then right back in. You're supposed to wait for everybody to clear the zone. Oh, boo yourself. Could have followed up on that. Interference? Oh, what are they doing? No! Oh. How they do it? How do they do it? Oh, what's your problem now? Wow, that poke just about brained somebody in the audience. I wonder how often that happens. UK hockey era 2 ago, a player died after their neck got cut. Oh no! Don't know. We don't need that. Ugh. I'm surprised that hasn't happened before. I bet there's all sorts of injuries. Oh no, just things like fingers. Just no. I don't want to know. Do 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 do. You bastard. That was interference. He interfered with my good time. What, slashing again? Oops. Boo boo, boo doo doo doo, boo doo doo doo, doo 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 doo. Do 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 do. Oh, excuse you. Slashing's peeing on the ice. Okay, I'll try not to do that next time. Slash myself laughing. SMSL. What was Ruffin? He needs to toughen up. Bam bam bam. Oh, I'm killing them all. If I take them out though, they're also down players, I hope. Oh no. Well, I'm gonna be in the UK. I'll be gone for about 4 weeks again. So you'll have to find new entertainment for 4 weeks, but only 4 weeks. Don't get used to it. Have to go. There you go. I like fish and chips. Can't. Nice fish and chips when I'm back. When does the 4-week break start? It'll be starting in December. I'll do a farewell bash probably like I did last year, if you remember. 2_ channel in the meantime. Gets longer every year. We can do a Mega Drive a Mega Drive-a-thon again in December if I've got time before I go. Where we can just replay all the fun times. I'll do a little mini marathon again. Well, it feels like, because I just did that September one, it feels a bit close already. Not sure if the September one was a good idea where it was. But it's just when I had the time off work. So I don't really want them to be too frequent, otherwise it's not very special. They do take a lot of effort and energy on my behalf. I suck at this game now. Terrible. Can't score to save my life. No, I like lots of food though when I'm back in the UK. I love British food. Fish and chips. I like my mum's cooking. All just the snacks as well, like the crisps. But I'm off on... going a bit earlier this year than usual though. I'm going about the second week of second week of December or the third week? Let me look. Second week of December I'm off. And I'll not be back until mid-January. So, I am, yes. Nice plug, Mac. Well done. I do have my VODs on YouTube. Try the food. UK food's not bad at all. I think it's just... UK's very international, I think. So like UK cuisine is kind of just a lot of stuff, really. And I think a lot of UK food sometimes is just, it's like one flavour or another flavour instead of tons of stuff all together. Maybe. I'm not a big foodie though, so... Yeah, there are 253 VODs of Mega Drive games on YouTube. 252. So if you're bored, there's always something there. If you wanna, if you got 4 weeks, you can watch my entire playthrough of Tommy Lasorda's baseball, if you please, every morning, and just pretend I'm here. Followed by Arnold Palmer's Tournament Golf. There you go. That's about 50 hours of content right there. And bearing in mind, well, it'll be even less. Are you real, T. Sandstrom? Literally just started. But there is I didn't keep the VODs of, because like there were VODs when there were, yeah, there was that. There's not many Jeopardy. There's the original Jeopardy VOD is on YouTube. I don't keep all ones since. I just keep the very first time we played Jeopardy, when we made Barbara for the first time, and the lore behind all the characters on Jeopardy. It was a good time. Yeah, I don't keep VODs of like no progress on sports games. So like there was like several streams of Tommy Lasorda and who's the other guy? Roger Clemens, where I just couldn't win a single game. Didn't keep any of those. I only kept videos, VODs when I actually won matches within the stream. So the true length is not there. Same with a lot of games like shoot 'em ups and stuff. I only usually keep the winning run. I have kept one or two where I thought, like, if it was a particularly, I felt it was an interesting stream, like with my opinion on the game and stuff. Because sometimes the winning run for a shoot 'em up is just me sat in silence for like 2 hours because it's so fucking hard. And I'm kind of no longer got anything to say about the game because I've been playing it for 20 hours over and over again. But it's mostly there as a record, really. I'm not really considering let's play kind of content. It's just a record that I did it. But some of them are probably more fun than others to watch, I guess, for story purposes, like the RPGs. Because this isn't Let's Play content, this is a live stream, that's what it is. I'm talking to people. Like, my NHL 93 experience is me talking about the post office. If we win a game tonight, and I keep this VOD. You know? I've actually flicked through my Tommy Lasorda VODs once or twice or something. It is just like random chit-chat while I'm playing baseball. About whatever we were talking about at the time. It's quite a bit smaller then as well though, so there's sometimes not any chit chat. Still happens now though, to be fair. Can't get a goal in this. I've lost my slipper. They're definitely more aggressive than they were yesterday. That's what I can do for a sports team. Yeah, no, I didn't have any. Straight in on that goal. Oh, we got nobody on the pitch. All these penalties. What's the best way to tackle on this? Because I feel like I just keep causing penalties. Just D-pad into them or pressing C? Oh, I guess that was a delayed penalty. Oh. Where's the puck? Oh. This should be a good chance to score. Or not. Oh, really? Whoa. Ridiculous. What was that penalty for? Woohoo! Yes! Finally, Chicago. Oh, boo yourself. Go! Face off. I want to see the glass break. It's never happened. Boo. Right, we just got to survive these 5 minutes, boys. Let's go. Glass break's hard. Do do biddy do. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Don't even. Don't even. Charging. Lies. Boop, boop, boop. Oh. Whose penalty? Knock me out. Charged his phone up mid-game. Interference. Bad Wi-Fi. No! Somebody get that puck out of here. Oh. Whoa. Wow. Oh no. Whoa. Get away. Oh. Out of here. Bam. You bad boy. No. I said no. 1 more minute on the clock. Do it, you just. Yeah. Keep that clock going. Scandalous. Make a social post about how good your goal was. Did you see my new drama social post, Ludo? The cake drama saga continues, although I have just finished that drama now. I watched the last episode tonight. It was special. Feel free to have a look at my blue sky. Whoa! 30 seconds. Just get it away. Get it away. Whee! Ooh! What are you gonna do? Whee! 6, 4, 3, 2, go! Whatever. Game over. Deck too many, one hit. I'm a double decker. Woo woo! Now for the finals. Chicago versus Pittsburgh. That dude is... it was funny. There was one more bit in the episode afterwards. He's got a mass, so for context, he is actually a really bad person, and the drama is not very funny at all because it's about like abusive exes and stuff like that, and he's kind of controlling and manipulating her. And he's basically locked her up in a house in that moment. But I don't know. He's so overacting it. I can't take it seriously. Oh, he's terrible. He's a really nasty person. Oh, I know. No, I see what you mean. But no, he is actually really sinister. It is quite horrible. But sometimes it's the way he delivers his lines and stuff. It's so sort of like over the top. But like towards the end of it, I feel like he's just made a choice, and it didn't work for me. But later on, it did start to click a bit more that he's kind of just psychotic. Whereas I don't think it was so evident early on. It just felt like he was a bad actor. I don't know. But there's a bit like in the last episode where, because he's got a massive tattoo of her on his arm, and he's being interrogated by the police, and he knows that the police detective that's interrogating him is her fiance from the cake eating scene. And he like pulls down his sleeve, showing the tattoo of her face on his arm, and starts like mocking him and then kissing the tattoo and licking it. And I'm just like, oh my god, like what is this show? He's currently in this new drama I'm watching as well, but he's not appeared in it yet, but I know he's in it, and I'm already waiting to see if he, in the new drama, if he could just be a normal person or if that's just his acting. But we'll see. I don't think he's a psycho in the new one that I'm watching though. But psychotic by intention. Doing a fantastic job. So those clips are kind of funny. Hey Mystical Machine, thank you for the raid. Thank you for the follow. But it's more the way he delivers his lines. I find it a bit much. It's kind of a bit hammy. Thank you for the follow as well. Let me give you a shouty. Oh, G's on the case. Thank you, G. How is the rest of your Resident Evil 2? Please check out Mystical Machine Gun. Just do it. That's what I have to say. Just do it. I like it over there a lot. I'm often there before. I actually was late to go live tonight because I was having a good time watching Resident Evil 2, but not the spiders. Leon A's done. Claire B. Leon A, Claire B. Is that the order that everybody says is canon? Or the other way around? Sega, hey Retro Lionheart, Honk and Tofu. I never bothered with those bits at the end, so I just did the story and that was about it. But yeah. Odin. Don't know about the canon. Which is I think people say the canon is the opposite to the way it's presented on the discs, but most people play it the other way around. But I also feel like a lot of people have sort of argued about this. I don't think it really matters, to be honest. I think I prefer Leon A, Claire B. I think that sits right for me. I like Claire with is it Sherry? Sherry, the little girl. I like Claire with her, and I like and Mr. X. And that it just makes more sense to me, in my opinion. Hey Smudgy, watch on your mobile. But yeah, I haven't said anything. So I'm playing all the Mega Drive games. If you're just coming in on this raid, and this is 250 something of them. 53. Sorry, we're just having a chat about some drama I was watching before you come in. Let you know how I feel about it next week. I presume you played before though, right? Oh, you've just done Clay. Oh, are you gonna play the other way around next? we managed to make a hockey player bleed yet? No, I don't think so. We're on the final now, though. But it has just taken me like an hour to do the last match. Clevy to go. Oh. I don't even know if I've done it both ways. I think I always like... I get stuck in my ways, and I think I always like to do it the way I originally did, which was Leon first, Claire second. I'm not sure I have done it the other way around. Ever. Oh, there's no sound. There isn't. There's no sound. Where did the sound... Or did I do that? Have I turned the sound down? For me. No, there's no sound. Where did the sound go? We've lost the sound. I think I've hit a button somewhere. It is muted. I'll just be a moment. Managed to find the sound very loudly. Okay. Can hear sound? You couldn't, it was on mute. You could hear music from my playlist, but not the game, like the grunts and stuff. There we go. Right, we're on the final now, and then we're maybe gonna move on into NHL 94 if we've got time, or Rise of the Robots. I haven't decided yet. Immediately. Should we just restart? Rise of the Robots now. No ooh. Have you played the Mega Drive version of it? It's dreadful. It was only released in Europe and Brazil, I think. It's miserable. I've managed to find a guide now that's going to help me maybe beat it, because it's just scum AI, and you only get one life. I might have a crack at it first though, but yeah, it's funny because I was starting to figure that out myself. The last time I played it, I was starting to find little patterns that you can do to consistently win, but it's different for each opponent. I could get to the third round. I have played through the whole game before, but I use save states. And it's kind of a weird thing, because someone told me too. I don't know how true it is, but it's kind of like the computer. To be honest, it reminds me of Mortal Kombat 2, where you get like two versions of the AI, one that's really nasty and one that's not, and it's sort of RNG to whether it's going to let you win or not. Could be worse, could be rise. Is 2 actually worse? I've never played it. I saw somebody stream it briefly. Because, like, is it worse than the Mega Drive Rise? Because I feel like Mega Drive Rise is... I mean, I don't even know because I haven't played the others, but the Mega Drive one just feels so bare bones. It feels like the worst version of a bad game. Mind, isn't there a 3DO one as well? Doesn't it just blow your mind that a game like that got a sequel? I suppose it's because it's sold, didn't it? But like, who are they scamming? Because I feel like everybody that bought Rise back in the day, nobody was happy about it. It more closely resembles a fighting game. I can't stand Life of the Robot. Games that didn't deserve sequels. You can see it getting a sequel from the time. Yeah, but people didn't like it, did they? Because I know things will get sequels because it made money, but like, I don't know. The reception was bad, wasn't it? I mean, obviously, I bet the second one, I wonder how well that sold. Probably really poorly. But yeah, I mean, the first one definitely made money, didn't it? It must have cost money as well. It's everyone with those graphics. Those aren't even that great, but sold well enough. Yeah, exactly. But like sometimes, like just take your money and run. Don't waste your money making a sequel. Who's buying that? I didn't even realise there was a sequel for a long time. Rise to it's also a bit more than one character, and characters are jumping over each other. Things like that. It's less kind of interesting. Any license they could. There's a lot going for it in its day. Are you sure? Rise of the Robots? I've only ever played the Mega Drive version though, but I think it's like a scam of a game. It's like, it's the equivalent of like today's like kind of a Kickstarter game that comes out and it's just like, what? I think it's ugly. It has moments where it looks okay on the Mega Drive, moments, but that's about it. It's an ugly game. It's got like no depth to it at all. You can't even choose your character on single mode. It's so very bare bones. They went out of business. And it's like, it was such a hyped up, overly advertised video game. I think that's what makes it so bad. And, like, it's fine, like, bad games do exist, but it's a bad game that was, like, really put out there. I didn't play it at the time, but I still remember all the advertising for it. Like, the cover is so iconic, like, in magazines and stuff. They really pushed that game. It was such a load of crap. Like, honestly, I would rather play, like, I don't know, I'd rather play Time Killers, to be honest. At least it's got more to it. It's much worse than most Western-developed fighting games in the 90s. I don't know, I think it's pretty bad. I haven't played it on a 2-player, though, but the single-player mode, I think it's wretched. Honestly do. It feels like a bootleg game to me. I wonder if it plays better on other platforms, but the Mega Drive one is just... no, no, no. I think it's one of the worst games on the platform. It's got like 3 moves. Well, no, they are, but... there's bad and there's bad. I'm just thinking of the ones that... I mean, I haven't played every single one yet, but the ones that I played... Oh, Eternal Champions like night and day with Rise of the Robots. I like Eternal Champions. I mean, I'm not going to pretend whether something... I'm talking, by the way, I'm talking from the point of view that someone that just plays fighting games casually. I'm not like someone that's like judging if they've got good juggles or combos and are competitive or tournament worthy. Like, just on a... a video game being fun or not level, Eternal Champions is different galaxy to Rise of the Robots. Rise of the Robots is just unfun. I had a lot of fun playing Eternal Champions with my friends as a kid. I don't really, so far, like revisiting games that I have anyway, I don't really like this era of 2D fighting games in general, really. It's on the Mega Drive at least. None of them have wowed me. Like, what was my favorite? Probably the best one is Street Fighter that I've played so far, and even that, the AI annoys me. They're not very fun. Mind you, Street Fighter would be fun on a two-player sense, so that's not the same comparison, but as a one-player experience, they're all pretty awful. But at least Street Fighter's like playable, and you could turn the difficulty down if you wanted. Eternal Champions are awesome characters. I love the lore, the world building in Eternal Champions is so good. I love it. And the music I love reading the biographies. But I mean, I used to play these games as a kid where I would be like, we would like, it was like almost like playing with action figures. Like we would concoct stories, lines and stuff, and me and my best friend, he'd come over and we'd play like some of these fighting games like all weekend, like making up stories and having fun fighting. So I got so much out of them in that sense. It wasn't really, I don't know. So Eternal Champions really fed into that. I've never played the CD one. 2D Fighters about today. For me personally, the solo experience of the fighting game for me didn't really, from what I've played, didn't get good until the sort of 3D era. I think the AI became more tolerable and less noticeable as scummy. I liked Soul Blade and Soul Calibur. A lot more fun. Mortal Kombat as well. We brought the arcade home. See, I mean, I'm still going to sit here and I'll tell you that I enjoyed Double Dragon 5. I think out of all the fighters that I've played so far, Double Dragon 5 was probably the most enjoyable for me as a solo experience because it wasn't scummy. I'm not going to try and tell you it's a better fighting game than Street Fighter 2, but I think I enjoyed, well, not Street Fighter 2, that's rubbish, but I enjoyed playing it more than Mortal Kombat, that's for sure. But I think as a two-player game, I would rather play Mortal Kombat because it's more fun. There's nothing wrong with Double Dragon 5. It functions, it has lots of characters, it has silly 90s stuff to it. I would have enjoyed it as a kid. I like GD5, I think it's a good time. Cool. I don't remember which else I've played now. World Heroes was okay because it was easy and pissed off after 30 minutes, but it was wretched. It was a terrible game. It was so ugly. I'm sure it's better in different forms, but the Mega Drive one, it was not it. What else have I played? Brutal Paws of Fury, whatever it is, was ghastly. Ghastly game. That had nasty AI as well. World Heroes is, yeah, it's a joke. Need a couple of iterations. It need a couple of frames added to it. The Mortal Kombat series, I did not enjoy beating them as a solo experience. I played them as a kid, was very nostalgic and fond of them. But I also remember not beating them as a kid. Balls 3D was kind of a weird one for me. I don't feel like I didn't like it, but I don't think it was as bad as some of the other fighters I played. But then again, I think I beat that one on easy, so might have to redo that one. Oh, what was that fighting game that I moderately enjoyed? Power Athlete. And is it Deadly Moves? Power Athlete Deadly Moves. Again, it's one of those. This is one of those situations where I'm not. It's not really so much about the game. It's about my experience of playing it, because a lot of these fighting games, I've said before, but you know, when you play like all games on a console library of this era, anyway. It's probably not so true later eras, but some of the fighting games, they can be the absolute bane of your life. The worst ones, they're miserable to play because you're just playing a cheating machine and you're having to just crack the code of how to exploit the AI to get away with crap. Like, oh, that fucking Turtles game. It's awful. I just had to win it by doing throw loops because it's trash. So when a game like Deadly Athlete or whatever comes along and I feel like I can actually just play it like a human without having to like overthink it or do some cheap cheese, it's just like, well, that was enjoyable enough then. Fine. I don't care if it's got ugly frames and whatever. I just had a good time. It's a weird American thing. Anti-Fatal Fury Port is cool. I've not tried that one yet. And then, what else have I done? Time Killers, like, honestly, Time Killers was crappy. I think I would have enjoyed that as a kid though, on 2-player, but on 1-player it was annoying because of the limited continues and the instant death moves, and it's, you know, it's ugly. It's not a great game, but I think it's one of those that if your friend had it, I think you would have found some silly fun in it. 'Cause it's just 90s gore silly. Time Killers, it's crap. It is crap. But sometimes you can have fun with crap. That is my point, I guess, really. The crappiest games can sometimes be entertaining, which might be what you're saying, Jiggy, with Rise. With Rise 2, you know, it can be, like, interesting, but not necessarily good. I think Time Killers is... I applaud it for, like, its concept, but the execution's shite. Really bad, but it's kind of a cool idea, but it's sort of a lesson in why we don't do that in fighting games, because it's not really that great. I guess Bushido Blade did something similar, but Pit Fighter, I've not played that one. I've heard bad things about it. Honestly, I dread the 2D fighting games because they're usually always bad. I'm just sort of trying to get through them. Trying to get a clean copy of Genesis Time Killers is near impossible. What do you mean? Like the condition of it? Oh, you wankers! 50 seconds on the clock. You love Pit Fighter? Isn't that the one that's supposedly terrible? Or have I made that up? I'm sure that's the one that's always on people's lists as garbage. It's very messy. Went to rental stores. Some games are like that though, you know, like same with like Japan, with Japanese games. Mega Man's a right bogger to get like nice copies of Mega Man, like the CD games, the Mega Man Legends and stuff. There's always something bloody wrong with them. Because I think it's kids. But Mega Man's a pain in the arse. And what else is it? There's just certain games that they're always shit condition. Like scratched or had water spilt on them or something. But I remember trying to get a nice copy, and in the end I didn't get a nice copy of Mega Man Legends. I think and Tron Bomb. They're always scratched. Always got a like damaged manual. He's saying you like the game means it's generally well regarded. Well, no, it's just two people back to back said it was quite good. I was like, have I got the wrong game? I like bad games sometimes. I would never assume you have good taste, your game. Time because is dummy expensive. PAL games are bad to get nice condition. I think the manuals are often damaged. We're really going to overtime now, you chumps. Sudden death as well, innit? Oh, that should have been something. Yes! Just smash C until it goes in. I willed that into the goal. Is that it, GG's? Are we done? Where did he get the boombox from? Oh, I grew up with Dragon the Bruce Lee story. That was frustrating. Bloody irritated me as a kid, that did. It's so hard. Because it's like unfair. Unfair like, situations, isn't it? I remember we always used to get up to the Acrobat Girls. It was just like Streets of Rage all over again. Acrobat Girls used to kill me. I love this, but I don't like Dragon the Bruce Lee story. Well, maybe I'll change my mind when I play it now. But what we did used to love was just him like jumping up and stamping on their rib cage. That it was so satisfying every time. Chicago are the champions. That's it. It's so lazy, these EA endings. They did it all in the basketball ones. Right, well. Thus ends NHLPA Hockey 93. GG. Didn't enjoy that one as much as the other. And it's probably just because it was kicking my ass a bit more. Let us change over.